Welcome to Destiny Life Coaching course, where we equip you to transform lives through professional, impactful coaching. Today, we are diving into one of the most important lessons for coaches. And we're talking about coaches, mentors, therapists, and even leaders. And this is mastering the coaching mindset. Did you know that successful coaches don't just use coaching techniques? They think differently. And this mindset empowers you to facilitate breakthroughs and unleash your client's full potential. So let's explore some 8 strategies to developing powerful coaching mindset. The first one is take a step back and embrace simplicity. So first, remember this. Coaching is not about you. As a coach, coaching is not about you, and it's not about you being the smartest person in the room. It's about unlocking the brilliance of your client. So stop overthinking. Stop the need to solve problems. Instead, focus on listening deeply and asking simple, direct questions that guide your client's thinking towards their breakthrough. Question like, what would happen if you trusted your client to lead your coaching breakthrough? That's a simple question I'm asking you. What would happen if you trusted your client to lead their breakthrough? Now, this is where transformation begins. When you step back and listen as a coach. That's what makes great coaches. Number 2, become the observer and let your client be the hero. Now, encouraging a client who is achieving a breakthrough, encouraging a client to achieve a breakthrough, and then as a coach, you see them achieve that breakthrough, there's no feeling that comes close to that. You're seeing them winning. And so imagine coaching as an action movie where your client is the star, your client is the hero, and your role, the observer. You're observing the coaching process. You're observing your client and facilitating and trusting their journey. So instead of stepping in and saving the day, you just want to ask yourself, how will my client find a way through this challenge? I'm curious, how will they find a way through this challenge? And that means you believe in your client. When you believe in your client, their confidence grows. And you need to continue letting them know that you believe in them and you trust them. And in your mind, you're asking, how will my client go through this breakthrough, this challenge? How will my client find a way through this challenge? And you're watching. It's like you're watching a movie and you're asking, how will this guy get on the other side? So, number 3, ask simple questions. It's the simple questions that bring the breakthrough. Don't over-process. Don't get lost in the processing. Just ask simple questions that may look childlike, but they are powerful. Simplicity is power. Instead of processing for your client, ask simple, let's even call them primitive questions that invite clarity. It's the primitive questions that are really deep. Ask those primitive questions. Examples would be, what do you mean by that? You know, kids ask these questions. If you have children, I'm sure they ask these questions. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Mommy, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? What's most important to you about this? What's most important to you about this? These questions might seem basic, but they unlock your client's deepest inspiration and thinking. So keep it simple. Keep the questions simple. Number 4, follow the yes and rule. Yes and, yes and, oh, yes. And in coaching, always build on what your client brings on the table. So you're building on what the client brings on the table. So the first rule is to say yes and, yes and. This approach creates a safe, open space for the client to explore instead of shutting them down and shutting down their ideas and bringing your ideas. No, help elevate them, expand their ideas. Yes, and remember, whatever the client says can lead to powerful insights when well guided. So stay curious, stay positive. Yes, and, yes, and, yes, and, yes, and. Number 5, harness the power of curiosity. Be curious. Curiosity is our secret weapon as coaches. Don't assume, be curious. Don't judge, be curious. Get curious. Ask questions that invite your client to reflect and explore. What's really going on here? It's a powerful question. What's really going on here? What's really going on here? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? You see, curiosity shows things, curiosity slows things down and it reveals the real heart of the issue. It shows you where the real issues are. Curiosity shows you, it guides you to where the real issues are. You want to slow down the mind so you can reveal the heart of the issue. And this leads to a faster path to your breakthrough. Number 6, ask for direction. Trust your client. Ask them for direction. What does this mean? It's perfectly okay to ask your client for guidance, especially when you are stuck. Sometimes as a coach, you get stuck in the process of the conversation with your client. Ask them for direction. Ask your client for direction. if you're stuck on where to go next, ask your client for direction and trust their resourcefulness. Trust them. Trust their resourcefulness. Where would you like us to start? Where would you like us to start? You're asking for direction. What feels most valuable for you, for us to explore today? Yes. What feels most valuable for us to explore today? This is not a weakness for you as a coach. It's a partnership. You're stepping in as a partner to your client. This is a partnership. It's not a weakness. And clients appreciate being trusted by their coach and being trusted with their own process. Number 7, stay objective and avoid the dark side of empathy. Empathy is so crucial, but sometimes over empathy, there's something like that. Over empathizing can trap you into your client's perspective. So as a coach, your role is to stay objective. Your role is to ask the right questions. And your role is, yes, to stay objective, to help your client to step back, to help your client by stepping back so you can see the bigger picture. You step back so you can see the bigger picture. And you're also helping them to step back and see the bigger picture. Your role and objective is to help them change their perspective. Now, from this perspective, they gain clarity, they gain awareness, they gain power, they become empowered to move forward. Let me ask you a question. How can you stay objective while still showing care? How can you stay objective with your client while still showing care? If you can share on the comment below, I'd really appreciate. How can I stay objective while still showing care? Great. Now, number 8, think creatively and embrace playful risk as a coach. Coaching is both an art and a science. So think like a kid with crayons. Be creative, experiment, adapt, and flow, mellow, and gel. In that moment, ask unconventional questions. What would be the worst case scenario here? That's unconventional. What would be the worst case scenario here? Or what would the worst case scenario look like for you? Describe your perfect outcome without naming activities. Describe your perfect outcomes without naming activities. You see, creativity creates innovation, and helping your client discover solutions they never imagined really helps unleash their creativity. So believe in your clients, Trust them. Allow them unleash their creativity. By doing that, you are thinking like a coach. This is how coaches think. This is the mindset of a coach. Mastering the coaching mindset, it's a journey that every coach that wants to bring results and lasting results in the life of their clients must take. And it's a journey of transformation, I must say. It's a journey of transformation, not just for the client, but also for you as a coach. Now, at Destiny Life Coaching, we believe in empowering you to serve deeply, to think creatively, and facilitate breakthroughs that last a lifetime. And if you're ready to elevate your coaching skills, I want you, first of all, subscribe to this channel and explore more professional coaching strategies, training that will be coming in this channel. And I would like to know, what's your biggest takeaway from today's video? What's your takeaway from today? I want you to write on the comment below, what is your biggest takeaway? I want you to share in the comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and hit the bell notification and stay updated every time a coaching insight will be unleashed in this channel. Otherwise, together, let's transform lives one conversation at a time. And if you're aspiring to be a coach, there's a link below you can fill, and you are going to get a free consultation session with me. Again, if you are a coach already and you just want a quick empowerment, there are different courses. I'll leave my course, coaching course shop. You can just click and buy. It's an affordable course. You can just buy and give yourself a gift so you can elevate your thinking to the next level. Thank you so much. God bless you, and stay in passion. Live in passion. Live your life to your best potential as a coach now.